tomorrow, back here Monday at Bristol.
Mandatory day off. I'm looking forward.
The other night, gave up a late one in the second to Toronto. You kind of turned the tables tonight. Did it feel like where that was when momentum shifted on you?
Yeah, it was a huge goal. I thought we played really well. I think, they didn't have a shot in the first 9 minutes of the first period. First 9 minutes of the second period, I think they had 6 shots after 30 minutes. And then, you're up a goal and then they get 2 quick ones and you're like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And so I think in the back of our minds, you can say what you want, but everybody in the building, probably back of their minds, oh, okay, here we can't buy a break. You got that, and it was really important in the second period when we got that late goal. We got the late goal, maybe wasn't the best goal in terms of, probably Nabokov would want that one back. But I really believe the man upstairs really rewarded you for that second type of effort that Horny showed on that play. I mean, he was tired, and he willed himself past that guy. The guy was dogging him off his hip, and he sort of willed that puck in the net. You can say what you want, good goal, bad goal, whatever. But I really believe that that was that extra effort that helped us get that goal. And then obviously we got Ryan Ellis's third goal. He did. I mean, that was a rocket, and that's why you shoot the puck when you're between the dots.
Killed off a double minor rash for that.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, there was a couple big plays tonight. The penalty kill was huge. You look at our games. Our 2 wins. The penalty kill was outstanding when the game was on the line. The games that we've lost, we've given up, we gave up 6 goals in 4 games. So it's a goal and a half a game. That's a lot to overcome. But when the game was on the line, our 2 wins, they were really good. And a good example, I thought, of that, that will was, we were killing off that penalty. We had a little bit of a 2-on-1. I think Weber, we got a chance. Webbs fell down, and Gosted was pretty tired. And he came back all the way and broke up that play. And that was the kind of effort we had tonight for most guys.
Seth Jones, kind of a goal scorer's goal there for his first one.
Yeah, I blasted it. It was good. The power play was really good. It was moving around, getting chances. We were just saying, the other night we couldn't buy a goal. Even when we had screens and traffic, and we were teeing it up. Weber and Jones teeing it up. We couldn't buy a goal. And tonight we had some traffic and went in the net. So the power play's been tossing around pretty good, having pretty good production. But they've got a shot mentality right now, and they're making good decisions.
You talked in the past about 3 goals kind of being that magic number for this team. Is that going to be how it is this year, you think?
I don't know. I think the whole league is 3 goals. I mean, there's good teams. I mean, that's a very good hockey team right there. They are. They've got some, game breakers in Tavares and Grabner and people like that. And they play a real good game offensively. They are dangerous, and we held that team to 16 shots. They had 11 shots or something like that after 2 periods. So we did a lot of good things. I thought in the second period, about the 10-minute mark, we started having some cheat in our game, and when the cheat came in, they were able to capitalize on a couple situations. But we can control that. When we're committed to just staying with the game plan. So I liked our game. I was hoping we could pull away a little bit, but we couldn't, and we found a way to hang on towards the end, which is a typical Preds victory, if you will. And we came from behind tonight. We're down 2-1. We've been chasing the game. The first 4 games of the season, we were chasing it. We scored first tonight, and we get a victory. So I think guys really did a good job. And this group's we've got lots of ways we can win. I think we can win. If it gets a little looser, and if there's nights we're going to score 5 or 6, I think we're deep enough as a group, and we have a lot of guys that are defined in their roles. I mean, some guys that are good offensive guys are going to score. That a good example, a guy that I thought played outstanding tonight and really hasn't scored a goal yet is Matt Cullen. Was really good. He was dangerous. He was making plays. He had a couple good chances. Once he gets on the board and Stallberg back and going, and our D are starting to contribute from the back end, and, you know, we're gonna be able to get some nights when a team's maybe not as detailed, and our goaltender is not as good as they have been against us. You know, we'll be able to score 4 or 5 goals, but, you know, you gotta be able to win in different ways, and tonight was 3-2, and if we have to win the game 1-0, I think we're capable of that. We have enough pieces to do that.
Nothing against your performance, obviously, but how much do you think their travel and playing 24 hours later had affected
Well,
their game?
I playing back-to-back is hard in this league, there's no question. I thought they did a good job. They played 4 lines, which they usually don't do that as much. So he used his whole bench, and he adjusted his lineup accordingly for that. I think what I heard through the grapevine, he called his team out and challenged his team to perform at a higher level. And so you know that back-to-backs is short travel. You know, you can have a back-to-back and be pretty good. I think they got challenged a little bit, and they play a good game. There's nothing wrong with their game. They've got a very good hockey team here. I wouldn't say I can't guarantee anything, but if they stay healthy all year, I would expect that they will definitely be in the top 8 in the other conference. They're a really good team that no one really is paying attention to, I think, other than, you know, out west, because they don't know them. But I think teams recognize, I know the coaches around the league recognize that's a very good hockey team.
Getting the lead and then, you know, giving up the lead and coming back, do you think things are slowly starting to click for the team?
Well, you know, we got to build our game. We got to, as I say, we got to learn to win again. That's part of building your game. Building your game defensively, building your game on the special teams, and then building your game mentally is huge. And, you know, tonight was, I think it was hopefully a piece that will help us become a good team. When you're down 2-1 and you're playing a very good team, and they sort of got called out a little bit, and, you know, you're wondering, man, you know, can you stay with the game plan? And I thought for the most part we stayed with the game plan, which we didn't do against Toronto. We started to cheat all over the ice, and to me, you didn't give yourself a real legitimate chance to win. Today we stayed with the game plan, and we gave ourselves a chance to win, you know, by staying with what we were doing. And we got a 2-2, and then, you know, we stayed with it and played sound defensively, and created off the rush, and created, you know, a lot more secondary chances. I mean, last game I thought it was hard to create secondary chances because number one, Toronto did a good job collapsing. 2, Bernier never gave us an extra puck. All night it was like Velcro, man. You know, the puck was, he'd shoot it, you'd have people in front of him, and you know, getting Weber and Jones teeing it up, and there was no second pucks. And so you didn't get those 12-foot shots and those rebounds and those secondary chances. He just stopped to play, and they'd have a face-off, and away you went. So it's really important to understand the whole game and how it plays out, and how important a goaltender is. You know, there's one of the reasons we talk about creating off the shot. Sometimes, you know, you don't have a shot, but if you can throw it into his pads, throw it on his blocker side where he's got, you know, the stick and that, what it does is it creates, you're looking for the puck, and a little chaos and a little bit of maybe miscommunication or lack of coverage, and those are real important. Against Bernier, we put him in the chest, or he was able to see him somehow, and that was very difficult for us to, you know, get those secondary chances. Tonight we've got a few more, and then weren't able to totally capitalize on them, but, you know, we were able to sustain some stuff.